What is up, everybody? It's your boy Roka. So, back at it again for another Tuesday Locals, and I made some changes to my Mystery Riser deck. So I'm just trying something out today. So if I screw up, just know it's probably because of what I tried out. So, well, it's not a bad theory, but hear me out. So, watching that interview Yassine did with Simon He last week really got me thinking about cards like Infinite Impermanence and even Ash Blossom on how they really aren't that good in the format. Especially if you play against a deck like Malice, those cards are pretty much dead, honestly. They might help you out in a few interactions, but for the most part, 9 times out of 10, you'd rather have a Charmy. So, today's episode, full day at Yu-Gi-Oh! We just gonna max out our Charmies and see what happens. I don't have 3 Perulia, but I do have 2 Perulia, so I'm main decking 3 Fualos. Ooh, excuse me. 3 Meows and 2 Perulias. Now, this is something that is very popular in the YCS scene as well. I've seen people top events with 2 Meows in the main, 3 in the main. And when you really look at the format, a lot of decks, especially some from the graveyard, effectively making Meows way more popular in the TCG than it was in the OCG. So, and I also modified my side deck as well, adding another Solemn Strike just to test it out. You know, just experimenting before Nationals. We do have more decks coming out, Duelist Advances this week. I'm not expecting a big turnout for Locals today. And yeah, I'm just ready to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! So, with all that being said, I'm going to get some practice in. And, well, not practice in, but about to head into the shop and sign up because like I'm a little early. But yeah, I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip, hopefully after game 1. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, coming into round 1 of the tournament, I ended up playing with my buddy Klaus and his Malice deck. So, going to the game, I know it's going to be a good game because he's been practicing like crazy for Nationals because he's getting ready to do the pre-tournament qualifiers on Friday to try to get his invite. So he's been doing a lot of testing with his Malice deck, and it's definitely paying off. He's definitely making less misplays than he said he has made in previous weeks, and he set up some pretty intense end boards. Luckily for me in this game, I had Fualos, and I was drawing. I drew into Meows, and I was drawing, and he was just deciding what his best play was going to be, and he just said, F it, I'm just going to play through it, and if you break it, you break it. And guess what, guys? I couldn't break it. The deck was just cracked. And that just goes to show you why a lot of people don't like this format, because if you go first, even if you have hand traps and your opponent, if you can't stop everything they're trying to do or like floodgate the opponent, they're just gonna win. Same thing when I play my Mystery Riser deck. Same thing. I play through Fualos, give them a couple draws, set up my end board, and they just still can't break it. So it's kind of crazy because I fooled him, meowed him, nibbed him, still ended on a good board, and wasn't really much I can do. And I just was like, yep, I couldn't ask Time Knight because I had too many cards in hand. And I'm like, damn, I make Detonator. He banished it. And I'm like, okay, I got prayers, but still didn't matter. So, yeah, I just lost that one. So going into game 2, I forgot what I sided in. Oh, yeah, I was going first. Sided in all my go first stuff like the Solemn Strikes. I was testing that out. Also sided in the Mitsurugi Trap, and that was pretty cool. And I just started playing. I had to normal summon my Saji. I'm sorry, not Saji, normal summon Saji, but I just did all my Mitsurugi plays. I got hit with Imperm. I got hit with the Impulse. I found out today Impulse can negate the Mitsurugi quick play spell. But luckily for me, my hand was so good, I still had to make Detonator Murakumo. And that seemed to be enough. But he could have won. He didn't realize until after that game because in that game, he had a different play. He just didn't realize how he could have won until the following turn. So I should have lost. But going into game 3, it didn't matter. He picked the ball and recovered from it. I didn't open up Lancer. You guys know how that goes. Malice get to play. And you don't open up that Lancer, you're just pretty much cooked. And that's just the format. Like I said, I ain't really tripping too hard. You know, I just wish the game format wasn't so reliant on floodgates to win. And that includes my deck as well. My deck is nasty. Like if my opponent don't have Droll, then I'm pretty much gonna win 9 times out of 10. So I did go Nib, but once again, it didn't matter. I see why people say cut Nib, but also Nib comes in clutch as well. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, round 1 is over. I got clapped by my buddy Klaus. Game 2 and 3. I won game 2 on a misplay he made. Game 3, I got drilled at the right time, and I couldn't really play. I had all searchers in hand. But the deck list played good. It just can't beat Droll, honestly. When you have a handful of searchers, mainly all Risals. So, yeah, we're going to try to win on now. I didn't really misplay much, if at all. And, yeah, we're going to try to stay positive. I'll catch you guys after round 2. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming into round 2 of the tournament, play with my buddy Dexter and his Mermaid deck. I don't know why I just had a brain fart right there. I couldn't remember what deck he played, but so you know you could picture something, you can't remember it. And this was a pretty scary game because even though I decided to go first, he seemed not to care. And I soon found out that his deck is mainly a go second deck. Mermails now has evolved from a deck that can go first or second via the totally awesome to just pure OTK. So I just started doing all my combos. He let me resolve. So I kind of did a combo to play into Nib, thinking he wasn't on Nib. I figured he might have nibbed me early. But no, he nibbed me at the right time, and I just couldn't play. Even though I had more Kurmo, it just really didn't matter that much. So he started doing Mermail things, and I don't think he could get over my Murakumo if I'm not mistaken. But he's still gonna win the game because he had a guy in the graveyard with a quick play effect that lets you banish, and then once you banish, you get to use that water dude on the field effect to banish a card on the board, which is kind of nutty. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of bad for me. So not really much I could do. Scoop him up and go to game two. So coming to game two, going first, decided in my something strikes, my Mr. Rookie trap card. And I will say, by the way, I do like that. I want to test out Solemn Warning as well. Just trying different things out. I'm even considering doing like a go second Rizel Mr. Rookie deck just to try that out as well. I think that could be pretty good, depending on how the metagame is. Plus, it'll be different too, making people brick on Mulcharmies. So in this game, I just had a cracked hand. Trying to remember all my combo lines. I'm like, I'm just going to try to do the best I could. He did flash his hand right there to show the camera what his hand was. If you guys want to pause the camera to see what his hand was, you guys could probably do that. And like I said, I'm going to set like 4. 2 of those is like Solemn Strikes and things like that. Only I was thinking of like, man, if this dude has like an evenly matched or something, I'm pretty cooked. Luckily for me, he didn't have no evenly match or any back row hate. And I was able to get off by just using Strike, Mr. Ricky Trap card, and he just scooped and we went to game 3. Coming into game 3, he's going to go first, but I don't think he drew the best hand. That's one thing about rogue decks that suck in this format, and also why a lot of people like things like Edison, because like when you brick in Edison, you can still try to come back and win. When you brick in Modern, you're pretty much cooked, honestly, unless both players brick. Then you're going to have a good game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's few and far in between. So he had to pass his turn. I poked for 38. Set 2 pass. I figured he might have Nib, and I ain't want to play into a Nibiru. And so playing conservative, I think, got me the game. Also in Solemn Strike as well. Solemn Strike was just cracked for this matchup. So yeah, man, it was a really good game, but I ended up getting it this time. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, round 2-1. Be my buddy right here. He was using his fucking fish deck, man. I forgot. I ain't seen him, man. He's a chess god over here. But yeah, I got lucky game 3. I just had a good hand, but he saw Droll a lot. It was a fun game, though, to say the least. So I'm tired. Droll and Nib, yeah. Yeah, but luckily for me, I had prayers to blow up the board in game 2 during battle phase. So 2 more rounds up. See if I can win on that. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next clip. All right, guys, coming to round 3 of the tournament. I ended up playing with my buddy Baker and the mirror match. So this is a really interesting game to say the least, because I'm gonna brick game 1. It sucks because I think I won the dice roll if I'm not mistaken. And I just had Saji and he Ash Blossom. I'm like, man, my hand is terrible. I went for Habakuri and that was pretty much it. Added another monster and just passed. I really couldn't do much. He told me like, yeah, with your hand you had, like I didn't really have anything. I showed him my hand, I'm like, yeah, I couldn't really play, honestly. It was just bad. Saji should have been in deck and I would have been a little bit better off. But coming into game 2, I did side in my same thing, Solemn Strikes and everything like that. And I was able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! He didn't open up any hand traps. He had all gas. And guess what's gonna happen, guys? This man is gonna pick up away my board piece by mother effing piece. I am super shocked by this, man. This is a work of art. And I'm like, man, yeah, it's levels to this matchup, man. But for you guys that are experts with this deck, let me know if I play errored in any point in time. Like I did hand looping for 1, which I thought was the proper play. I could have went by Guska maybe instead of hand looping. And he went EXT, started doing something. I'm like, okay, I just pop his stuff with Detonator, limit his resources, strike his ice so that way he couldn't get to node and come back and win. I thought maybe I could have just saved strike for maybe dual drive, but I don't know if that mattered or not because he did have Misu Engine to rely on. But I think maybe saving strike for dual drive would have been a better play. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section down below. I felt like I should have won this game. I don't know why I lost, honestly. I think it's just a skill issue on my part. But like I said, this is just testing to me. I think I just overthought my play a little bit. Like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stop him on the ice and maybe he can't play. Completely forgetting that, he has Mr. Rugi stuff cards in his deck as well. And he was able to follow up Mr. Rugi engine to lead him to his dual drive, which helped him set up his board. So looking back on it now, maybe if I would have saved strike for dual drive, I would have been better off. Still would have had to deal with Mr. Rugi engine, but I think I would have been better off. But nevertheless, like I said, this is all testing for me, and I just realized, like, hey, that's some work of art. Because 9 times out of 10, most players, if I make that board, they're just gonna scoop. They're not even gonna play it out. But that's what happens when you have a good player play a deck out and break apart your board. So I'm gonna catch you guys on the next clip. All right, guys, round 3 is over. Actually, round 4 is going on right now. I just dropped because I can't get prize on X2. I lost my boy Baker, bro. It was a good game, honestly, man. I'm actually learned a lot in that game. He showed me some plays. He's better, like I said, he's better than me with the mirror match. Game 1, he just won. I had a brick hand. I had one play. I needed Saji to resolve. He asked the Saji, and I just had to pass. Like I had all like bricks. It was literally like Node, Nibiru, Star. It was a really bad hand. Game 2, I had a cracked hand. You guys saw an inboard. I had strike. I had everything. My Ouroboros for 1. I feel like if I could have comboed a little bit better, I could have probably Ouroboros for 2, which may or may have not have done something. But I'm like, okay, I'm pretty confident because I got strike. Whip plug-in for the detonator, which gave me 4 pops. And I still had the cross negate, but he played through all of that shit really good and just slowly came back and won. So I lost the mirror match, but I ain't really tripping because I'm like, no, if he breaks this board, hey, he deserves to win. And he said it was a grindy game. He said it's probably the grindiest game he ever played in the mirror. So yeah, that just goes to show you I'm getting better with the deck, but like, it's such a skill level with the deck. If you ain't been playing for a while, it's a lot of little intricacies you don't know. Like he showed me a play you can do with Baguska. I bring Baguska out mid combo, send it to the graveyard, making Eclipse Twin. So when you bring it back, Eclipse Twin with Detonator, you can bring back Baguska to give you extra defensive plays. Like that's stuff I would have definitely have thought about. But yeah, like I'm saying, I'm still learning. Like I said, I don't mind losing mirror matches, especially when I know somebody's better than me with a deck list. That's just being honest with myself. Not that I'm terrible with the deck, but his hand played perfectly into countering my things I did. I think I striked at the right time and everything I did. I don't think I misplayed too heavily, but hey, maybe some of you guys can tell me if you guys watched the duel in detail, if I did any misplays. But anyway, about to head home and get me some food because I'm starving, and I'm going to catch you guys in closing statements. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, back at home now. It's the second day, which is Wednesday. Today I'm editing this vlog. So, shout out to everybody who made it to this end of this video. And yeah, man, Locals was a bust today. As far as my changes to my deck, I think I need more testing for the main deck Meows. I didn't necessarily feel like it was bad. Like, even against Malice, it felt good. It just, the games I lost today was just games that, like I said, against the Mitsu Riser deck. I don't necessarily think I made the wrong play. My opponent had a really good hand that can counter my hand. And against the Malice player, my boy Klaus, he just had a really cracked hand, and I didn't open up Lancia or Meowth, and it's GG no really well played. And even sometimes if they just continue to pop off, depending on what I draw, if I don't draw an out to their board, I'm cooked regardless. And I think that just goes to why a lot of people don't like this format. And a lot of people are coping for the current metagame. Like, obviously, there's going to be people who favor the current format. But we even have good Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, Yasin, who wins with a rogue deck, who just posted a video about the current state of the game and how he kind of like is really bored because the format really ain't changed. And Mitsurugi Raizo and Malice, rather, there are two decks that are just pretty much two sides of the same coin. If you don't draw your floodgate, you're going to lose against them. That's what I'm saying. So, the format's gonna go. I still like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I still go to locals, but I ain't gonna lie. Locals been kind of mid here and there for me, but I just go for nationals practice because it's nationals, and I really wish I had a different deck to play. I even tested out Heroes before I did this video I'm recording right now, and man, Heroes is just not good at all. Like they lose to everything. Anyway, I'll open my one entry pack and go from there. Usually they give out 2 packs, but today they only gave out 1 pack to make it a $5 entry. Typically at my locals quality game, and it's $7 for 2 packs. And I don't think I'm gonna pull an ulti. I haven't looked at it yet because there was 2 ultis pulled yesterday, so I doubt I pull an ulti. So big money, big money, big money. Nothing. It's just Lucius, the Shadow Vassal, Ignister, and Oathfish. But yeah, man. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was fun. Nationals is gonna be a really interesting format though. I'm kind of it's weird. I think this is the first time in a long time where I've had my national invite, and I legit just don't care how I do. This has been the first time in a long time, like, because typically when I go into nationals and like even YCS, I'd be really pumped. Like at YCS Houston, I was pumped. I was trying to win, but this time going into nationals, I'm like, man, it's so close to home. If I screw up, I don't care. I just leave. Like I really don't care. I've even considered just going Friday for sign up, driving back home, and then driving back out there early for Saturday and going from there. But I don't think I'm just gonna get a hotel and then just do what I need to do. I just don't care about the format right now, and that's not to say the format is bad. It's just boring, and a lot of people agree with me. Some people disagree with me, but hey, everything that's for a lot of you guys ain't gonna be for a lot of players like myself who see the I want to say obvious issues on why people don't like it. But once again, there's always going to be pros and cons. There's always going to be people who are for something and people who are for against something. And I don't think there's any right or wrong answer to what people say about the format. Like, there's obvious issues with Yu-Gi-Oh that people don't like, but there's also obvious things about current Yu-Gi-Oh that people do like. Both sides have good arguments. Konami has to make a decision based on a majority and what the majority wants eventually. I predict personally, I know this is off topic, might do a video on this, Yu-Gi-Oh just eventually getting a block format, because it's gonna get to the point where it's like, yeah, people are gonna play high octane Yu-Gi-Oh, but when you have a lot of people like from pros, people who play this game at a high level, people who understand the game at a high level, just mentally checking out. And you can't really say it's the age, because there's people who in their 40s and 50s who play Magic competitively and Pokemon, and and there are people who in their 40s and 50s who play this game competitively as well. It's just one of the things, like when you get start getting mentally checked out mid game. Like I had a game on Dueling Book where my opponent was playing Regenesis Fiendsmith, and even though I'm playing Heroes, his turn was taking so long. I'm just like, this dude's still playing. I'm like, bruh, this is annoying. I just quit the duel and played somebody else. I just got tired of waiting. And like, before in the past, I didn't care about that, but nowadays it's like, all right, this is getting kind of dull. I still like playing, but yeah, I'm kind of like just over it. But anyway, man, try to cheer up for the next video. I am fried as F right now, and I'm just being very as logical, using as much brain cells as I possibly can. Anyway, man, it's your boy Ro. I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video. Peace.